Okay, let me show you the list. Boom. Okay, so this is like, we'll try first. So it's like Echo Ari. This is the team I like. Like, I like Ari and Echo the most, I would say. But I don't think these characters will be top tier with the current changes. But if they are, then that would be lovely. And it's double assist, because Ari assist is fucking broken, Echo assist is broken, and freestyle in case you need it. But this is mainly a double assist team. You also Echo freestyle, and this is also specific, right? So I would play Yasuo first, Echo second. This is a hard team, but I do think it's good. And Yasuo is a bit easier than this team. Like, overall, this one swaps more back and forth, but Yasuo is like more stable than Ari and Echo. And Echo and Ari also have like both low damage, both low health. So Vi Echo, double assist of freestyle. I don't know if Vi is going to be that good with freestyle, but her assist looks really good. Like, it was a random Facebook ad. Like, I never use Facebook, and there's like, add this person from Stockholm to as a friend. Like, bro, you're getting so desperate, Facebook. And then it's also Vi Ari. So I think Vi just looks like very strong for obvious reasons, right? She looks like she doesn't give a shit about like role being strong, and just ignorant and neutral because she just punches horizontally. Would definitely work well with both Ari assists. Ari would probably work well with her as well. And this is like my if Jinx is cool tier. So right now Jinx is really lame, or like, oh, sorry, in Alpha Lab 2, Jinx was really lame. She was essentially an assist bot. You didn't really do anything but use assists back then. So it was like, but assist was just so broken because it stayed out on hit. Like, even if your point character got hit, then the assist stayed out. So it's just incredibly, incredibly strong. Throw assist, run forward, call assist again with double assist. But Jinx herself wasn't that fun because she was so slow. And she didn't really have anything to set her stuff up. Like, she seemed like a setup character that would set up all her gadgets and do Oki with them. But because of role, like, you just couldn't do that shit. So these teams are basically teams that would work well with Jinx. I think Yasuo Jinx works very, very well because Windwall can also help Jinx set up when she's on point. In general, Yasuo's biggest weakness is that he's very selfish. He doesn't provide much to a team. Like, his assists are clearly the worst assists on average. But in assist wars, Windwall somehow becomes the best assist. It's like really swingy. So that's why I predict that Yasuo is either going to be like a character you play point or a character that you're willing to swap out if they do run assist, because Windwall just won't be good enough versus some characters, and then will be broken as fuck versus other characters. I actually think Windwall just in general should be changed. It can be strong, but it's just too strong right now. And the problem with it is that it's an assist too. So it's so easy to set up, which means that projectile characters just have to be designed differently. So that's kind of why I'm like, they probably need to redesign. Like, I think they're being stubborn with Windwall, and that is something that's going to be changed 100% at some point. It just hasn't been done yet. Because there's gonna, like, not only does Jinx need to function around Windwall, right? Like, all of our projects just fucking lose to that shit. But then also every future Sonar is gonna have to work against Windwall. So yeah, it just needs to like, it needs to be balanced, I think. I would much prefer if Yasuo had another assist. Or if Windwall was just worse when it's an assist version and he has to come in to like use it more. And this is like my backup teams. Yasuo, Ari, if they're both good, freestyle. Yasuo assist is like the worst. Yasuo is the worst user of double assist in the game, I think. Because his assist already crosses up. So it's better to sandwich tag someone than to just like call the assist twice. If you don't know, like, he has like a dash. It's a charge as one, I believe. Where he like goes, Rah! That hits behind him. It looks like a regular lariat assist, you know, like a lariat that just moves forward, that has a hitbox. But it only has a hitbox behind it and like a little bit above it. So it's the worst for beating shit in neutral. But Ari assist is good with... Ari assist is good with Yasuo. But he's not like an amazing user of the back assist, like the Vegeta assist, where you go... Because Yasuo doesn't really have that much need for an assist that has that much block stun. He doesn't have like a really good traditional high-low. So it's fine, but it's like a backup team. This is the team you do if specifically Yasuo and Ahri are broken and like not Echo, not Vi. Or it could be if Ahri is broken and Echo is very good, but Echo has some mad matchups, and then you can pick Ahri. Or I mean, you can swap in Yasuo. So maybe my team is Ahri Jinx. Jinx can't fight another Yasuo, so you have to go Yasuo Ahri. And then this is Mercenary tier. Pick if broken, which is like it's a heavy on launch, so very, very likely. Braum plus Ahri Echo. Braum just seems like completely fucking broken. Worse backdashes, and it's an enormous Braum buff. Enormous Braum buff. Because then you just can't run away from him. And you can't really fight. Like, the gameplay against Braum is to run away to make him hold shield and then call his assist. That is the only thing you can do against it. When he has the shield up and he calls an assist, attacking him is suicide. The problem is, if you can't backdash fast enough, he will put up the shield, he will call assist out, you won't be able to dodge the assist, now you're on block stun, now you're on defense, and you're losing. So Braum is just inherently broken because of that now. So they would have to target nerf him a lot to make him fall in line, which I don't know if they're going to do, because the developers seem very low on heavies. Like, they seem to think that the heavies they had were not broken, which they obviously were, in my opinion. I think they have some heavy down players on their team, but we'll see. And then I think both Ahri and Echo work really well with Braum. Windwall does not work with Braum, so you wouldn't really do that. I could also run Braum plus Vi or Braum plus Jinx, but I think I would get too bored. Maybe if I really love Jinx, but I don't think I would like Vi enough to have fun playing Braum plus Vi. And then Illaoi plus character. Like Illaoi is just broken. She was broken in the first version too, for no fun reason, because she had a glitch and because of Rekka. And then Rekka is still broken, and the only thing you can do against her like big swing Rekka was to backdash it, and now you can't backdash it. And she's in the footage we saw too, she's like way fucking faster. Way faster. So that's why I'm like, well, if you can't run, then what the fuck are you supposed to do, you know?
Instead of both of them. One champion instead of both of them.
They definitely need some better mics for this. This sounds like they're in a very big room. So Illaoi looks so much faster here. So look at this one first. And like obviously Darius is way slower, but even just look at Illaoi.
And backdashing has been nerfed across the board.
Like Illaoi looks like she has a new dash advantage. Just she fucking leans forward.
Has been nerfed across the board.
Like she is so fucking fast. She's gonna be broken as shit. And again, like Illaoi is also a character that gets combos from throws. That's something I forgot to mention about with Braum. Both these characters just break the whole like tech roll. Like tech roll versus Braum or Illaoi is not the same as tech roll versus any other character, because Braum gets a command grab into full combo on roll now, and Illaoi gets a throw into the tentacle. Not only that, but she provides tentacle for someone else too. So you can use Illaoi, tag into the other character, Echo throws them, gets a full combo, right?
And backdashing has been nerfed across the board.
Yeah, I really hope Darius is the only character that is this nerfed, because I really think this is a horrible change. I really hope it's just Darius who's heavily nerfed, because like I get mad looking at Darius moving this slow. Like look at him go there.
And backdashing has been nerfed across.
Like he does literally corner himself in a second, you know?
Across the board.
And then here this looks like Strive. This looks exactly like Strive. Like running from fucking Gold Lewis, and he's just like you just can't run. I think they nerfed backdash across the board a little bit, but I hope it's not as big for most, because Darius is a character that probably shouldn't have had as good backwards movement as he did, because Darius was literally the most mobile character before. I really, really hope that this is not standard. If this, like, I'm gonna be serious for a second. I love 2SKO. It has been my most hyped game for a very long time. If Darius type movement is the standard, I will probably not main this game in 2 years. I'll probably main it for a year and in 2 years, but like, I don't think it's a long-term game for me if this is the vision they're going for. Because while this game could be balanced and it won't time out as much, what I want is a movement game. I want a game that feels good to control more than it's balanced, right? Because this just looks so bad. Like, it literally looks like he's not moving at all. It looks like the Jinx backdash from last patch. And the reason why I didn't play Jinx in the Alpha Lab 2 is because this is how she moved. Like, it looks pathetic. He's not moving back at all. Like, I don't think people realize this, that, like, seriously, look, here's where he starts. Look at this chair. He gets caught up by from full screen when he was full mashing backdash, and Ilaoi, he was one of the slower characters in the game when the chair is still on screen. This is exactly like Strive. It's like, why the fuck are you even backdashing? Just jump. Like, the only things you're allowed to do is dash forward or jump back. Which is like, if that's the case, then like, why am I swapping from Strive, you know? Like, if I'm just gonna train crash neutral where both characters just slam into each other forward. Like, look, here's the chair, right? And this is when she's already caught up. I hope I changed my mind on this, but like, yeah, the movement really looks awful in this version. I feel like they specifically didn't show much outside of this. Like, I can't really see any movement, but like, yeah, I obviously need to see more. But this is one thing. I hope other people hate this change as much as I do, so that they change it as soon as possible. That is my honest opinion. I think this change looks so fucking ass, and it's the laziest way to change a character. Like, it's not the laziest way, but it's like the worst way to balance a game that has too many timeouts. It's by making backdashes just awful. I actually think people will hate it. I actually think people will hate it. Because people hated the Jinx movement. I actually do think... I don't have as low of an opinion on movement or like modern fighting game players as you guys do. I think one of the reasons why City of the Wolves failed, for example, is because the movement feels like shit. It's one of those things that they might not mention, but I think they will feel it. So I hope that people will give the right feedback.
Here are some of the newest...
Oh yeah, the new Echo Super is really cool.
Some of the newest gameplay changes coming to 2x KO. To make timeouts less frequent.
I guess it like starts here.
Here are some of the newest gameplay changes coming to 2x KO. To make timeouts less... Here are some of the...
What does it say? Start, stop recording, on, off, playback.
Newest gameplay changes.
Okay, so let's rank the changes. In general, the more I see this list, or these changes, I feel like the team has a big issue of overreacting to feedback, if that makes sense. In Alpha Lab 1, people were like, the combos are too long because of Ari combos and literally glitched scaling. The Oki is too strong, and so they made the game like Timeout City, right? They like fucked up everyone's routes so that most characters just do less interesting combos in Alpha Lab 2 because the combos were too long. There was just too many timeouts. Offense felt like shit because of roll being too strong. All that shit, right? Because, the game is a tag game, has very strong Oki, and the mix-ups are fucked up, right? Like, which, in my opinion, is kind of like, this really should be a thing. But the couple of things they refuse to change is like motion inputs and like the lobbies, it seems like. I really hope they cave on the lobbies, like not being able to training mode rank search. That would just suck so bad. Especially if you live in a region with lesser population. And then now, since Alpha Lab 2 happened, right? And Alpha Lab 2 had too many timeouts, people running away. I feel like they're now overreacting the other way, where it's like, whoa, we hella nerfed offense, and now people are timing out. We got a hella nerf movement, and we got to give like no meter carrying over, 1 bar at round start, and like more fury damage. Like it feels like they're kind of just like doing everything possible so that the people who hated Alpha Lab 2 just don't hate the same thing anymore. Where I personally, this is easy to backseat develop, but to me personally, I feel like they should have went backwards to Alpha Lab 1 more rather than go to a completely different system. Because now this system will have its own flaws, right? Like maybe the movement feeling shit. Maybe you just encourage to spend meter like nothing. And then they have to iterate from that on, right? Whereas like, I feel like they could have just like went back a little bit on some of the stuff that made it awful in Alpha Lab 1. That made it awful in Alpha Lab 2, and they would have hit a like sweet spot much quicker. And yeah, it really does feel like they're a bit lost on what they want the game to be, and they need the community to figure it out for them, which isn't rare for Riot Games, to be clear. And they are very good at taking community feedback. I just can't help but feel like they're taking too much feedback now. And in general, just like reacting very, very, very hard because there's so many changes to address one problem. This is not just me saying, wow, Echo fucking sucks now. That's not what I'm saying. Echo can be amazing in so many different ways. No matter how many ways they design him, they can buff his normal, they can buff his damage, whatever. But League has like 160 characters. There's a lot of characters that set traps, that do setups, that put up clones, that put up, rings on the fucking floor and everything. Roll inherently turbo limits these type of characters. And because not like they have to put something down here and then behind them and then in front of them. And then also something here if they do get up attack versus not, right? And it's just like you have to design a character so fucking well to work as a setup character still, despite the fact that all these things exist. This is why I'm very critical of the design decision to only give hard knockdown on throws. I don't actually think that is true, but that is what they say. They say that like hit reactions no longer do it. Hit reactions, let me just play until the clip, right?
Finally, hard knockdown no longer results from hit reactions.
So hard knockdown no longer results from hit reactions. What this means is that you no longer get hard knockdown from doing 5H, and you no longer get hard knockdown from doing like wall slam. I think this change is just like, this change alone is not bad. What is bad is that if there is no more hard knockdowns in the entire game, except for throws and level 2 supers, I think the game will seriously struggle to feel interesting on offense. Because you can't have a interesting setup character when tech roll always has to be played around, right? Because what's going to happen then is I'm going to hit them down. I'm going to put up like a fucking robot with Jinx, call my assist with Echo to cover a roll, and do all that shit. And you know what they're going to do? If I have a fucked up setup, they're going to roll half the time, right? The half the time, you're going to have to dash up and throw them. And then generally, you're not going to get a good punish because you're a setup character who doesn't have a command grab, right? So then you're going to have your throw set up again. Because you probably won't be able to kill from your throw, right? Throws don't do much damage in this game. And then the other half, they're going to not throw tech and instead abuse the fact that, wow, you were trying to chase my roll, weren't you? So now you don't have time to do a setup. So now you're just doing shitty poor man strike throw. right? Because you're a setup character who had to drop your setups to do strike throw. I really dislike this feeling where like there's no way that you can ever get a fucked up situation on offense. Because like by setups or hard knockdown, I think that just limits the sign space so much where like you can't make different types of fucked up situations. If you have Braum and he has Unbreakable on, so he has armor and everything, and he has you in the fucking corner. He has this big ass shield up. You can't attack him. Everything he does is armor. His commander leads the combo. His assist is powered up. He does a gazillion fucking damage. And you're in the corner versus him with a command grab that he can tag out on whiff. Like, that's a fucked up situation, even if you have tech roll, because if you tech roll, he command grabs you, right? So yeah, maybe he has to chase the tech roll, but like fundamentally, the biggest problem is that he has armor on every move and that his command grab will fuck you up, right? So it really becomes weird when you allow those type of setups to be fucked up. And of course, if you get knocked down in the corner with Darius bleed on you, so you're going to get shipped out if you block, or if you get knocked down in the corner by Alawi and she does her fucking tentacle super and you have two massive ass tentacles twerking on you, it doesn't matter which way you tech roll. You're going to have to block anyway, right? So how do you design a character like Jinx or Echo where like the huge S tentacles that Alawi cause, that's the minimum amount of like coverage you need to cover tech rolls? I don't know. I really don't know. And all this said, this change is not bad in a vacuum. It is a really, really bad change, in my opinion, if there's no other way to go hard knockdowns. They only said there's no more hard knockdowns on hit reactions, so wall slam, or wall slump. They did not say there is no more hard knockdowns. I don't think there is hard knockdowns, though, so that's why I'm going to put this at a double minus. Also, level 2s technically get hard knockdowns, but you can't get Oki from any of them that we previously had. If this isn't true, then it's a question mark. So, like, if there actually is hard knockdown on some moves now, then it's completely different, right? And then it's 4 minuses. Movement nerfs.
We've reduced the distance on retreating guard.
Oh yeah, this is a huge double plus. Reduce distance on retreating guard. This was a huge issue before. Like, it was just way too hard to hit. We only see 4 dashes here, right? So this is sway. Her sway is a type of back movement, though. That is also one of the reasons why I'm interested in playing her. You can play this like in and out style with her, at least, even if you might not be able to run away. She is like, this character is super cool to play, and as I said, I think she's going to be the most popular character in the game. And yeah, she has what's it called? She has projectile involvement when she does this. Bionic arm. This is one of the interesting things. You know, like, there's so much discourse about her level 3. It's interesting because what everyone says is that, oh, they just did it so they don't have to animate, like, specific reactions to someone getting hit. But her level 1 seems like the only super in the game that is level 1 that has specific interactions, right? Look at this. Like, this is a specific echo reaction that, like, is not in the game, right? And then this is a different animation for Darius and for Braum. It's very strange that they did this for the level 1, but like had such a bad look, or like badly received, I should say, level 2. I do think these, like, both level 1 supers, I really like the look of in any of the new gameplay. Okay. Am I fucking crazy, or is this level 3 not that bad looking? I think this reaction is so, like, it looks a little off, don't get me wrong. This is not that bad, bro. Like, if you disregard the fact that you don't see the main character for a little bit, it's a pretty well animated super. It's not a budget super. It's not a melty blood super. I think people are overreacting so hard. Like, it really is just 1 second of you not seeing the character. Which, like, I agree that they missed on this. Like, this is definitely not an amazing looking super. But it has some good parts. Like, I think this part is cool, right? The only thing that really needs changing is that you do this. And then she just slams slightly more straightforward. So it's slightly more POV. But that is, like, people say it as if that's not what they're trying to do. So what they're trying to do is that you hit them up, she hits you in the face, and then she is like hitting you and turning at the same time. So that it's not like boom, boom, and then 180, and then she hits. Like, she is turning the main character's like here now, and then it's moving and then becomes over here, right? Like, now it's horizontal, and then you pick them up and you throw them, and then they're here. It's not that bad. I agree that it should have a little bit of the main character in, but I don't think this is a, like, wow, this proves the game has no budget. I think people mainly just want to hate, and this is just the easy thing that people hate on. That's my personal opinion. I think that if this super dropped last year when people liked 2xKO and like the online, terminally online people loved 2xKO, I don't think that people would have said shit about this super. Maybe like one funny thing, but like tweets about this super got more reactions online than like the game coming out and anything. This super is also so fixable too, right? You guys want to see the full combo? I'm really hyped to just do these combos, bro. You can hear Hook and God in the background. Okay, it's not the same because the perspective doesn't change as much, but it is pretty close. It is pretty close. Does she remind you of Monk from DNF? I think. Can someone link that Twitter clip? I think that shit is so overplayed. It's crazy. It's two characters that punch a lot, brother. The skins change VFX too. It's costing a lot of resources. Yeah, I think something a lot of people don't realize is that a lot of the money has to go into making skins look and feel good. And I think that's something Riot might not realize, and at least people don't realize, because they don't make any money of you just playing the game. They make money of you buying the skin. Either way, I'm very excited. I'm also very excited to play Marvel Tokon. What would my Marvel Tokon team be, actually? Let me think. Who's my point? Storm Leader. Which shooter assist? It is crazy. It is. I will say this. I generally don't really think Marvel Tokon is gonna mog 2xKO. This trailer mugs the shit out of any 2xKO trailer. I'm sorry. This trailer is like one of the best trailers I've ever seen for anything. The reason why I don't think it's gonna mog 2xKO is because it's Arx's gameplay. Everything about this game gameplay-wise is I'm skeptical of. Yeah, dude, the voice lines in this trailer compared to the Divide trailer are so different. Which is weird because I feel like when you play 2xKO, there are a lot of voice lines. I mean, I would want to play Spider-Man, but we can't play Spider-Man. I feel like Iron Man beam assist might go hard. Do we see other Iron Man assists? This might that might not even be. Oh yeah, this one, the dash. Cap has like a shield assist. I think we see a good Star-Lord assist too. Yeah, that assist. Storm never looks the most interesting out of these characters, plus along with Spider-Man, but you can't play Spider-Man. Damn, this Ghost Rider assist looks fucking insane. Holy shit. Wait, what is a Spider-Man? What does Spider-Man do here? He just like goes across the screen. I never noticed this. Look at this. Look, he just pieces out. Oh, that's really cool. Like every character has a different, like, I call my assist, now I'm going out. Spider-Man like zips away. I wonder if you could tag to him when he's like up in the air. Wait, Doom has like look at this. Doom has like an assist that goes upwards. That looks like ass. Like assists that go this direction are good, but that one goes too high. All right, I decided my team. It's Storm, and then for Shooter, it's Star-Lord, Shooter, and for Vertical, it's Miss Marvel. No, it's Doom. Vertical. And for Assault, it's Iron Man. Because Iron Man seems to have a good like lariat. It's the same move that they start with, right? I'm gonna try to get some footage of this game, by the way. Like, I'll definitely try and let you guys know if it's ass or if it's the GOAT. And this one got 2.7 mil. But 2SKO did get, like, a lot of views early on. I still think Jinx got 1.2 mil. Like, that's still a lot. Dude, Jinx gameplay being 8 months ago is fucking insane. That, okay. I get it. I get it. I get it. Jinx being 1.2, like 8 months ago. Like, there being 8 months between trailers is not acceptable. 8 months for a game that, like, has everyone on. Like, because we know, right, that, like, in 2S, for Strive, for example, we know that there's almost no one working on Strive anymore because they're all working on the other games. And we still get like 4 characters a year. And that's not enough updates for Strive, honestly. For there to be a whole year with basically one new character reveal, and then we don't even know if there's going to be like 10 characters before the end of the year. Like, most likely we're going to get like 9 characters maybe before 2025 is over. That is pretty unacceptable. That is pretty bad. The marketing is bad. I think the actual biggest marketing fuck up was how they marketed the fact that the game is going on online now. And it doesn't make sense that there was nothing for 3 months right now, like for a while. And then they're like, the game is coming out in September. If the game was this close, then I feel like we should have heard more before. What I thought was going to happen was that the game was going to come out in like October, November, and from EVO until November, there was going to be like marketing. Maybe that's what's going to happen, and that the game is officially coming out in October, December, whatever, and that the marketing is the closed beta for them. That actually does make some kind of sense, but I still feel like we really should have had something in the past 3 months. It doesn't make any sense to have nothing for 3 months and then 1 month of marketing and then the game comes out. It does feel like they might have been planning on releasing the game in like November or December, and that Marvel Tokon just like shook the fuck out of them. And now maybe they know that Marvel Tokon is coming out in March or something, and they just need to get ahead. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah, I like. So what I said, like outside of this, outside of what happened in the last 3 months and now, I don't think the game has been that badly marketed. I actually think the marketing has been good, but the problem is that they don't have anything to fucking market. What the fuck do you market for 2XKO? There are no new characters. There are no new game modes. What do you market? That's the actual issue. The fact that they have no new champs to realize. That said, you could do more with skins. You could do more with showing off the ranked mode. I really think that the biggest ball they've dropped is that they don't lean into the 2v2 mode. They need to front and center be like 2XKO, play alone or with a friend. And they do these cheesy fucking Nintendo commercials where it's like, I'm playing, this is hard. Come on in here. And then they're like 2 people join and then like they're having a great time. That's what they need, because they need to sell to a random fucking player that you can do 4 people play at the same time and 2v2 and like stuff like that. And you're sitting in voice chat and you're talking with your friend and you're playing duos and you're having a fucking blast. That's what they fucking need to lean into. And this is the fucking thing. 2XKO Duos is such a fucking goated mode. It is such a goated mode. I don't think you guys realize that Duos is the thing that will carry this game to be popular. I legitimately think that if they nail the Duo thing and they get, like influence events with it, if they get, like content around it, it's easier to find a friend. I really think Duos is going to be the thing that makes this game survive for a long time and eventually become big. But they don't seem to realize that. And it's really weird. They do know 100%. No, they don't. Because they have said that there's not going to be a way to find a duo partner like duo search. Right, and the game doesn't push you to play duos at all when you boot up the Alpha Lab and stuff like that. Because when I describe 2XKO to a random person on the street or my family or my friends, they don't really know if it is a 2v2 fighter or if you have to be 2 people to play one team or like whatever. And it is a brand new game mode that they actually need to keep stating over and over and over and over and over and over again, because people won't get it otherwise. All right, I think I'm more or less done with the 2XKO stuff. I am very, very excited for 2XKO still. I think a lot of people have like given up on this game, quote unquote, and then I think they're gonna literally be able to play this shit for free. And they're going to be that... It's going to be this meme. Why? I legitimately think this. Where it's like, 2XKO only has 8 characters. This game was announced 8 years ago. Quit having fun! Because, like, we're going to be here in Strive in the fucking character select screen. And someone else going to sitting in VC with their duo, E-Girl, on 2XKO. And people are just going to be like, why do you play this game? Street Fighter has more characters. Marvel Tokon's coming out next year. There's going to be a circuit. This game is going to be in EWC, whatever you think about that. Because every Riot game is, right? It's going to have money and a lot of people will play it. People are overreacting a bit, even though I do agree. Also, Starbloom, I've been meaning to say something, but thank you very much for the sub. I forgot to thank you.